Welcome to Dark Love Psychology. Why is it that the harder a man chases, the less attractive he becomes? It's a paradox many of us have experienced. You meet someone, you feel a connection, and so you lean in. You send the first text, you plan the dates, you make your interest clear. But instead of bringing her closer, your efforts seem to create distance. The dynamic shifts, the energy feels off, and you're left wondering what went wrong. And on the flip side, why do women often feel more drawn to men who don't chase at all? We're not talking about men who are cold, arrogant, or play manipulative games. We're talking about the man who is present and engaged when he's with you, but also has a full, independent life of his own. His interest feels like a genuine invitation, not a desperate plea. His calm confidence is magnetic, and his lack of neediness is profoundly attractive. Today, we're going to break down the deep-seated psychology behind this dynamic. We'll explore exactly why women are naturally attracted to men who don't chase, and how this grounded behavior organically triggers attraction without resorting to manipulation or mind games. This isn't about learning a set of rules or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding the fundamental principles of human connection. Let's be very clear. This isn't about being cold, aloof, or acting uninterested. It's not about waiting 3 days to text back or feigning indifference. That's just the other side of the same coin. A strategy based on insecurity. True attraction isn't built on calculated moves. It's an authentic byproduct of who you are. Instead, it's about understanding self-worth, emotional balance, and core human psychology. It's about cultivating a life that you are genuinely passionate about, so your happiness doesn't hinge on someone else's approval. When you operate from a place of fullness, not emptiness, your interactions automatically become more attractive. You're not chasing for validation. You're inviting someone to share in the valuable life you've already built. Chapter 1. From a young age, many of us are taught a simple, almost mathematical formula for success. More effort equals better results. We apply this to our careers, our fitness, and our hobbies. So, it's only natural that most men carry this same belief into their dating lives. They think that attraction works like a scale. The more effort you pile on one side, more texts, more compliments, more grand gestures, the more attraction you'll receive in return. This leads to a pattern of behavior we call chasing. It's the constant pursuit, the relentless quest for validation, the belief that if you just try a little harder, you can convince her to feel a certain way about you. But here's the paradox, a truth that decades of social psychology have shown us time and time again. When it comes to genuine, lasting attraction, the opposite is often true. Attraction isn't a reward for effort. It's an instinctive response to perceived value. Perceived value isn't about money or status. It's the sense that you are a whole, confident, and self-respecting individual with a fulfilling life, independent of anyone else's approval. When a man chases excessively, he unknowingly sabotages his own perceived value. Every unanswered double text, every over-the-top compliment for something minor, every time he drops his own plans at a moment's notice, it all sends a powerful subconscious message. He's not communicating, "I'm interested." He's communicating, "I'm trying to convince you to like me because I need your validation to feel good about myself." This behavior immediately lowers his perceived value. Why? Because it signals neediness, not confidence. It suggests he has a void that he needs her to fill, rather than a full life he'd like to share with her. Think of it this way. Consider a luxury brand. These brands don't desperately chase customers with constant discounts or pleading advertisements. They don't beg for your attention. Instead, they build their value through quality, craftsmanship, and an air of exclusivity. Their scarcity and self-assured presence are precisely what create desire. People don't just want the product, they want to be part of the world the brand represents. The exact same principle of scarcity and inherent value applies in human attraction. A man who doesn't chase isn't playing a game. He's simply demonstrating that his time, energy, and attention are valuable resources. He has a strong sense of self-worth that isn't dependent on someone else's response. This confident, grounded energy is magnetic. It invites curiosity and respect, which are the true foundations of attraction. Chapter 2. At its core, human psychology is wired to value what feels limited or not guaranteed. This is known as the scarcity principle. We subconsciously assign greater worth to things that are rare, exclusive, or require effort to obtain. This doesn't just apply to material goods. It's a powerful dynamic in human connection and attraction. When something is always available, our brains perceive it as less valuable. There's no challenge, no anticipation, and therefore, less emotional investment. When a man embodies this principle, not as a strategy, but as a natural extension of a full life, he doesn't need to chase. His entire demeanor communicates value. His attention feels earned, because it's clear his focus is a valuable resource he allocates intentionally, not something he gives away to anyone who will take it. His presence feels selective. He chooses to be there, which implies he has other meaningful things he could be doing. This makes the time spent with him feel significant, and because of this, his interest feels meaningful. It's not a desperate bid for validation, but a genuine expression of curiosity and desire. This combination naturally triggers her emotional curiosity. She starts to wonder, what is his life like? What makes him tick? Let's look at a clear example. Imagine two men message her after a first date. The first man texts constantly. He double texts if she doesn't reply, asks for reassurance about the date, and his messages are filled with an underlying anxiety. He's seeking validation, making his attention feel abundant and, frankly, overwhelming. He's chasing. The second man responds calmly. He sends a message expressing he had a good time and suggests another specific plan. Then, he puts his phone down and lives his life. He doesn't rush or pressure her for a response. His communication is confident and purposeful. Guess which one occupies her thoughts? The second man's calm confidence creates space for her to miss him and anticipate their next interaction. His scarcity of communication makes each message more impactful. The chaser's abundance kills the emotional tension required for attraction to grow, while the grounded man's self-possession creates a powerful magnetic pull. Chapter 3. Women are deeply attracted to emotional stability. When a man doesn't chase, he shows. He controls his emotions. He doesn't panic over silence. He isn't dependent on validation. This signals inner strength. Example: if she takes hours to reply, the chasing man becomes anxious. The grounded man continues his day. That calm response communicates confidence without saying a word. Chapter 4. Attraction collapses when a woman feels pressured. Chasing removes her sense of choice. When a man doesn't chase, he allows space for her emotions to grow, time for desire to develop naturally, freedom for her to choose him. Example: if you keep asking, "Do you like me? Where is this going? Are you sure about us?" You remove mystery and attraction. Confidence allows silence. Chapter 5. Mystery is a powerful attraction trigger. Men who don't chase, don't over-explain, don't overshare, don't reveal emotional dependence early. This creates curiosity. Example: she wonders, what is he doing? Why isn't he trying harder? Does he have options? Curiosity fuels attraction far more than reassurance. Chapter 6. Attraction thrives on polarity. When a man chases emotionally, he shifts into a reactive role, and polarity weakens. Men who don't chase lead their own lives, set emotional boundaries, invite connection instead of chasing it. Example: a man with purpose doesn't orbit around one person. His life moves forward, with or without validation. That forward momentum is attractive. Chapter 7. Emotional investment creates attachment. People value what they invest in. When a man doesn't chase, she initiates sometimes. She wonders where she stands. She emotionally invests. This builds attachment. Example: if you always initiate, she never needs to. But if you don't chase, she begins to step forward. Investment creates emotional bonding. Chapter 8. Let's be clear. Not chasing does not mean ignoring her playing games, being cold or unavailable. It means you show interest without attachment. You respond, not pursue. You stay grounded in yourself. True confidence is warm, but not needy. Chapter 9. Women are drawn to men who don't chase because those men know their value, don't seek validation, allow attraction to grow naturally. When you stop chasing, you stop selling yourself and start being chosen. If you want to understand deeper attraction psychology, emotional dynamics, and how men unknowingly kill attraction, confidence attracts, calmness attracts, self-respect attracts. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.